Take me to Gerald's Machine Shop.
Yeah, Gerald's Machine Shop, never heard of it. Brand Racing Engines.
Gerald's Machine Shop.
Gerald's Machine. Gerald's. Mr. Brand's Machine Shop.
Yeah, I would like to go to Mr. Brand's, please.
Yeah, I am your
driver.
Uber. Did you order the Uber XL 3500 dually?
Yes. Bree is fixing to overload the Wheatland post office.
Fixing?
Fixing.
What do you mean, overload the Wheatland post? Do we have a post office? Why is she going to overload? What are you talking about?
We've gotten over 100 orders today. We're almost sold out of K-Jack stuff.
Oh, wow.
I had to go take this stuff for Gerald.
For the contest giveaway or whatever? Contest.
Yeah.
Has Bree worked on building her lottery machine yet?
She said she's looking on Facebook Marketplace because she watched your video and she said that it was a really good idea and that she's going to look on Marketplace for...
It's a good video.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
Hi! Hi, Ruby. Gotta go inside. I meet you there.
Hi, sweetheart.
We have a delivery for Mr. Brand.
Mr. Brand.
So we just went to Gerald's.
We did just go to Gerald's. We have the cylinder heads back. They're done. They're repaired. If you haven't watched the video of them being repaired, I suggest you go watch it. They were pretty bad. We were running those deals like that. They were pretty bad and not from us blowing the motor up. Now we can check piston to valve clearance with our new cam install height. This head gasket's 40,000 stick. That's what normal people run in their small block. This deal, it had an 86,000 stick head gasket. So
Well, normal people don't run an inch of lift in their small blocks either.
that's true. We are worried about our piston valve clearance anyway. When I was going through everything, I realized how thin these are, and I don't think this is gonna work. We're shooting for 60 thousandths minimum piston valve clearance. The difference between these two head gaskets is 46 thousandths. I don't think this head gasket's gonna work. We're not gonna do it. I'm gonna clean this head gasket up, mock the heads up with this, make sure we have enough piston valve clearance. Now, the bad thing is nobody has these. Nobody has them this thick, and nobody has them on the shelf. Comedic said 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, to make them, print us out a set, however they do these. I called around though, lots of calling around. Believe it or not, Sam Vincent of Vincent Performance in Kentucky, OG small block nitrous guy, guru from back in the day, NMRA, Superman. Somehow that Ford guy had a set of small block Chevy 086 gaskets on the shelf. Whoa. She said, somebody say Sam Vincent? He got that teal Mustang, small block Ford on nitrous. He was whipping turbo cars before it was cool, huh?
It's always been cool.
Anyway, he has a plethora of these in stock on the shelf for some reason. I don't know. He had 086, he had 3,000 sticker, he had 6,000 sticker.
It's probably a common thing for us nitrous guys, you know.
Must be. And he said that he could have them here tomorrow.
That's very nice of him.
So if I can make these work, we'll have head gaskets tomorrow. Don't forget to, after the video, go spend $5 or more at the MidwestStreetCars.com store. Every $5 gets you an entry into winning that number 8 rod, which was shared the cubicle with the number 7 rod that no show, no call, no show. What did he do? No call, no show after the burnout. He took all the heat. So go enter to win that rod, spend some money on the website so that we can order head gaskets.
And feed these cats.
Holy. I'm gonna get these pistons to valves figured out. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna say, hey, Mr. Piston, Mr. Valve, are y'all tight or no? We are going to check piston to valve clearance at our new camshaft install height. We are at 0 on the cam gear. We've advanced this camshaft basically 8 degrees, and we are gonna check our piston to valve clearance now on the intake side because it will have shrunk. And we're hoping that we can get away with this, hoping that this is not the reason that it was installed 8 degrees retarded. We're gonna bring this deal up where the exhaust just starts to open. We're gonna set our lash at 24. We have high pressure lube on the threads. Ooh, that's money. Lash is set. Our dial indicator here. We're gonna put it on this little flat spot on the retainer, right about there. We're going to roll this engine over to 10 degrees after top dead center on the degree wheel, and then we're gonna check our piston valve clearance on the intake side. We gotta 0 this when we get there. So there's top dead center. There's 10, and usually between 10 and 12 is gonna be where piston to valve clearance is the closest on the intake. We're gonna set this right about there. We're going to 0 this. Green wheel is at 10. We'll check it at 10. We'll check it at 12. Maybe check it at 14. So I'm gonna turn this adjuster until the valve just ever so gently touches the piston while keeping sure the engine is at the 10, 12 degrees. 10 degrees after top dead center. And counting the dial. So there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, that's it. 67 thousandths piston to valve clearance. We are golden, thank God. 160, 170. Means we got almost 70 thousandths piston to valve clearance on the intake, and we got 170 on the exhaust. I like it. We've managed to advance this camshaft 8 degrees. 8 degrees. This thing's gonna run like a whole new deal. It's oil pan time. Normally, this wouldn't be oil pan time. Normally, I'd wait until everything else was done. That way, if these big fat fingers drop anything while I'm assembling the top end, I can get it out. Still waiting on head gaskets, so today is gonna be oil pan day. Just gonna try and keep getting as much done as I can until all the parts arrive. The intake manifold had a big crossover on here with the thermostat housing. I ground all that off, whipped up some bungs, welded them on, threaded them, did the same in the back. So now I can pull water from wherever I want with a lot less mess in here, and I can run things under the intake if I like. I don't know if you saw the finished oil pan. I made a scraper type piece in here, put some expanded metal on this side where the oil comes off the crank and gets thrown this way so that it won't bounce back up into the crankshaft. And that's why the oil pans are bigger on this side. The thought is the oil is going to come off the crankshaft, sling that way, hit the expanded metal, go through it, and then it can't come back up. I did drill some holes under there so it can drain. Also drilled some holes over the sump. I really didn't want to. I kind of feel like that defeats the purpose of keeping the air away from the sump. But this motor does have a vacuum pump. There shouldn't be a lot of positive pressure pushing the air away from the sump. And the sump is so big now that it shouldn't be a problem. So I'm more concerned, I guess, with oil drain than I am anything else and getting the oil back to the sump. I also left a big chunk here in the back so that the oil can't climb up the back wall under acceleration. So the oil will hit and climb up, hit this, and then just go right back into the sump, hopefully. Got us a motor again. The mighty smart buck. And see, you can see with the gasket, it'll put it right up where it's supposed to be. Shoo! Straight shot to the valves. Look at that. You could literally see the whole valve. Straight shot. If you do it from way up here, it's like, Instagram selfies. Doesn't look that much bigger than yours. But if you do it from way down here, holy moly. Welcome to day 2 of this video. Jackie's up bright and early and, she got to stop and get her basic white girl Starbucks coffee on the way to work. She's got videos to edit for Gerald's channel and our channel. While she's going to be doing that stuff, I'm still sleeping. But when I do wake up and go to the shop, it's going to be time to get the rockers installed. But first, I got to replace the rocker that we broke. Now I'm putting all the valve lash caps on. I like to use valve lash caps on everything, no matter what it is, just because they're cheap insurance. Put a little bit of assembly lube, heavyweight oil, on everything. Slide the lifters in. These are keyed lifters, so they have a certain way that they go, and the intakes are offset quite a bit, so it makes the push rods really nice and straight, but also can't get as big a push rod in the cylinder head as I would like. They work. Extreme pressure lube, exactly one tube. You got to put the rockers on, and then you just set them somewhere close. You don't have to like get crazy the first time around. Just make sure it's on the base circle of the cam. Set both the rockers at whatever, get them torqued down, and then once you get all the rockers on, then you can roll the motor over and set the rockers the right way through the intake opening and closing events. But right now we're just trying to get them on the motor and then move on to everything else we still have left to do. Torqued all the rockers down, got all the rockers on. Everything looks good. It's all on the motor before, but we did deck the heads. Turned out really nice, actually. I think it could have used maybe a little bit different push rod length on the exhaust, but other than that, this thing's as ready as it could be. This ugly little motor.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah, buddy. We're there. Like,
we're assembled.
Intake's all bolted on. Yeah, here's the oil pump setup. I'm mocking it up into these with fasteners and, belts and stuff. And I got the line mocked up, and then motor plates going on. Distributors all ready to go. Like, man, it's having
all of these things right here.
Yeah, all that stuff's already been on there except the oil pump, so it'll all go back on hopefully pretty quick. All we like is finishing. This thing will be going in the car, if not tonight, if not in a minute.
I gotta go do my foot exercises.
Foot exercises? This thing will be on the rev limiter in no time. I still got to put the nitrous kit back on. I got to plumb the water. I got to plumb the oil pump situation. It'll be going in the car tomorrow, I think. So hopefully by the time you people, hopefully you know what I mean by you people, that's y'all. By the time y'all get back to watching us again in a couple days, this will be in the car. Might even be running.
To be honest, I'm probably not putting up another video until it's in the car because I'm tired of making these videos. I'm just overworked, under-rugged.
Overworked and under-rugged.
Yeah.
Well, bye. I got me a new one of these. You see that?
Oh, yay.
Now I can.
Please buy some shirts so I can pay for this shit.
Yeah, boy. Well, bye. Get, go on, get. That's what Jackie says to the cat when the cat's not doing what she wants. Get. She says, go on, get. It sounds like my mom on the porch when I was a kid.
That's why I do it.
I'm getting back to work.
Bye.